Sasha is a young Latina preparing to apply to a prestigious college. To earn some money, she takes a babysitting job with the daughter of the affluent Mrs. Viviers. The girl proves difficult enough, but that's not the real problem. Before long, Sasha discovers that all the children in this gated community behave strangely and sometimes dangerously. At the beginning of the decade, the streaming service Tubi produced little more than toothless genre fare, low-budget thrillers and horror films that, in the days of physical media, would have gone straight into the bargain bin under a buy one, get one free sticker. But a couple of years ago, everything changed. Tubi dramatically shifted course and began focusing on more graphic horror, full of blood, gore, and the other visceral hallmarks of the genre. Films like Lowlifes, Match, and several other reasonably effective chillers made horror fans take a fresh look at the platform. Hive is another entry in this new direction, though not a particularly successful one. It's a rather clumsy attempt to mash together It, the classic Village of the Damned, and the recent Weapons, while drenching the whole thing in a topical American narrative about wealthy white people mistreating Latino immigrants. Colombian writer-director Felipe Vargas seems to have watched a little too much Jordan Peele and decided he could do the same. But compared to his feature debut Rosario, which wasn't exactly groundbreaking either, this feels like a step backward. A film in which the influences are visible in almost every scene, while the final product lacks any identity of its own. In keeping with the current trend of layering social commentary beneath genre storytelling, Hive is built around a not-so-subtle metaphor about privilege and marginalization. The film opens with Sasha arriving at her new workplace in a cookie-cutter suburban development, dropped off by her brother and his friend. On the way there, the two unload an entire truckload of stereotypes about white people and their children, before proudly heading off to spray plants for pests. The little girl Sasha is supposed to watch, along with her mother, are written as caricatures. One is spoiled, selfish, and manipulative, while the other is ostentatiously polite and gracious, though the falseness and snobbery beneath the surface are impossible to miss. At every opportunity, the characters launch into discussions about how oppressed and mistreated they are. While the film's horror angle comes from the revelation that a mysterious superorganism lurks beneath the community, infecting local children and transforming them from merely privileged little brats into actual killers. It sounds ridiculous and looks even more ridiculous. The filmmakers also try to work Stranger Things into their mythology, complete with underground tunnels in an alternate realm. But the result is neither particularly scary nor especially engaging. In Hive, Vargas places his bets on graphic violence, but it's obvious that he's desperately short on budget, and on everything else as well. Convincing sets, elaborate makeup effects, recognizable actors, all are in short supply. Even visually, Hive falls well short of Rosario, a family nightmare which at least had some semblance of style and atmosphere. Here, the filmmakers' ambitions clearly exceed their means. So while Tubi's new creative direction is certainly welcome, Hive itself is an easy one to skip. There's nothing especially sweet hidden inside this Hive.